got given the question, is Stanley a tragic hero? Well, is he? What even is a tragic hero? Oh wait, I know. By definition, a tragic hero is a person with potentially heroic qualities, but this person often makes a judgment that inevitably leads to his or her own destruction. This character may have certain fatal flaws, but must have redeeming qualities. Now, the bigger question, is Stanley a tragic hero? It's been argued back and forth that Stanley is hardly an evil character. He just makes bad life choices. Stanley is a caveman-like character, strong, compactly built, and has no common sense to tell right from wrong. Tennessee Williams portrays him like a typical man of the 1940s. He is constantly trying to claim his dominant title over anyone else who poses a threat to him, even his own friends. However, an argument for this trait in him could be because he wants to protect the ones he loves, and yet he doesn't know how to without being violent. Stanley could have been portrayed in this way to show how a heterosexual man coped with the pressures of the Great Depression. He's a person who often tries to take control of his household, but never really in the right way. He is physically and mentally abusive. So far, we haven't seen any redeeming qualities in his personality. He's been portrayed anything but heroic. All he really cares about is himself. He his own wife, for God's sake. Scene 3, page 35, Stanley charges at Stella and starts punching her while she is pregnant. How could that ever be thought as heroic? There's a complete difference between being violent to protect someone instead of being intentionally abusive to your closest family. If you were to ask Stanley the character if he thought he was a tragic hero, it is most likely he would say yes, as in his mind he probably seems faultless and perfect with his strong and compactly built image. It's a shame he doesn't have the same personality traits to go along with his false persona and image. But could these negative qualities lead to his downfall? His alpha male status is definitely his flaw, but it's also his strong character trait in the play, as we know. I can't count the amount of times he's been rude and described as an animal. Page 37, Tennessee describes him as a baying hound, bellowing his wife's name. How is that for no respect to common morals, just from his actions? These things could lead to his tragic downfall, but only because he chooses to lead his life this way. In fact, we believe he is the opposite of a tragic hero. Stanley is in no way prosperous or highly renowned, and this therefore doesn't make him in any way heroic or desirable.